Why isn't this supposed screen recording software not recording any screens? Today we're playing the good version of Spyro Fusion. The game I played a while back. S-G makes Spyro's skiness break and Spyro died. End of story. If Spyro can fly in this universe, why doesn't he just fuck Italians? And complained the whole way through. I did not enjoy the recording experience whatsoever. The game was just very monotonous and tedious. I do have memories of this game being more fun, but it could just be nostalgia lenses again. So this could just be another complaint fest, for all I know. Now, of course, we're gonna pick Italian. There still was no reason to do this. Primi start. Allora, I actually don't know how to pronounce any of these words, or I am not Italian. I need to skip all of this information because nothing new is being provided to my brain from the consumption of this media here. Bonus caduta libera. Distruggi tutte le case. This is like a bootleg. It's like those Russian cartoons where all characters, regardless of gender, are voiced by the same person who isn't even doing any voices. He's just talking like this. I feel like this Italian experience that we are being subjected to at the moment could just improve a lot from me voice acting all these characters with the same voice and pronouncing the Italian words completely wrong, just butchering the entire language. There we go. Bonus. Is Aku pointing to levels? Buon viso a catito Joshua. Intera. Oh, it's a geometry dash level. Oh, you're just gonna slide into it. I always assumed you had to jump into these boxes when I played this game 2 milliseconds ago. I know it's been quite a long time since I've last played this game. A whole 2 milliseconds. Good news, everyone. Now we get to play the same minigame again. This is kinda caca-poo-poo baloney. Now I just gotta be sort of not stupid. There we go, I got the box I missed all those times. All those years ago. The 2 milliseconds that it has been since the last time I played this game. There we go. Despite the stiff controls, I'm the one who trolls. Oh, it's... You're supposed to destroy the TNTs. There we go. This game kind of takes the concept of Spyro Fusion and makes it good by not padding it forcefully, by forcing you to play the same minigames 10,000 times. Because these minigames are conceptually fun, it's just that I don't wanna play the same shit 10 times in a row. Like this minigame, for example. Doesn't this look fun? Well, in Spyro Fusion you have to do this 3 times. Fuck Spyro Fusion. Plus, I couldn't even understand anything because the whole game was in Italian when I played it. I don't know what was up with that. Made no sense. See, this game is fun because it's not hard. It doesn't push me out of my comfort zone, so I can feel cool while playing it. Hai vinto! Yeah, you just get a card with which you don't do anything. Completely useless, sinful mechanic, caca-poo-poo, certified. Thank you for coming to my slam poetry presentation. Okay, this game is kinda ass, but you know, you can't win every time, is what I always say when I beat up a child. Why is Aku called then? What did I do to deserve such a reward? Excuse me, Judge, but I feel like I don't deserve such compensation. I wanna earn my victory, not through extra health points, but through actually persevering. The music actually kind of slaps though. That's what I get for complaining about extra health. And yet they still give you more extra health. My poor old heart cannot handle this type of treatment. I know nobody has asked my age yet, but I feel like it's an important part of my channel's lore. So I feel like you guys deserve to know how old I am. I'm actually 786 years of age, the last time I checked. But there could be a little decimal mistake in there. This game I used to have a lot of trouble with as a child. I remember when I first beat it. It felt like beating ass cancer. I don't like how the view is obstructed when you go down. I know it's supposedly realistic, but I mean, if realism is an actual value we wanna incorporate in our video game, they might as well just not even have video games. I'm really feeling like saying something very mean. This is how it starts. You play Crash Bandicoot Fusion and the very next minute you're verbally abusing people. You kaka-poo-poo. Timon and Pumbaa looking ass. You piece of shit. That's an actual insult though. That's not funny if I say something that could actually be interpreted as verbally abusive. You table punching bread dough eater. There we go. I try-harded my way to victory. See kids, always give it your best, regardless of circumstance. It doesn't matter if you're playing against your younger brother, who's already in a bad mood, who you had to convince to play that fighting game with you, because he kept saying things like, "Oh, you're just gonna beat me." But no, you convinced him saying, "No, I'm gonna give you a chance." And then you gave it your best shot. He didn't stand a chance. You hit the controller and beat him up in real life before he could even play against you. Oh, and this was the hardest one in World 1. I'm sorry, my dementic ramblings got interrupted by the game that was happening in front of me. You should background music to your YouTube videos. Okay, well you should add a face to your head. There we go. It wasn't actually that hard. Turns out, if you're not stupid, you can accomplish a lot of things. Okay, the first boss battle is the funny dragon. Fuck you, Spyro. This boss battle represents my hatred of Spyro Fusion. Fuck you. No love for the Italians. Ever again. Well, now that I think about it, it's probably the Americans who are giving Italians a bad name. You know, pizza, the food that was created to dispose of extra food you got lying around. What Americans did was they took that little piece of bread, put a bunch of grease on it, deep fried it, put more grease on it, added some grease until it was like 4,000 calories one slice. While I hated the ice level in Spyro Fusion, this time around the music is good. You fecal matter consuming. Bicycle helmet wearing. Geometry dash playing. Blender thief. This kind of feels like playing Bloodbath. The ship section at 40%. It's so hard, guys. I could never beat it. I'm kind of scared that I'm missing boxes that are like off screen. Set 10 years into the future. See, what you guys may not understand is that I'm planning on dying in the next 8 years. It's not like that's what I want, it's just I know for a fact that it's gonna happen, so I have to set my plans around that fact. I don't necessarily know how it is possible, but somehow that's the darkest thing I've ever said. And it's not gonna be some cool death like, oh, I was murdered though. Or, oh, I got severe cancer and fought with might, but never managed to beat it. No, it's gonna be something stupid, like a paint can falls on my head and I say, ooh, and I never got to develop a colorful personality. And then that's what my legacy is. I do like these challenges though. The whole gimmick of you having to optimize your movement. These are fun. Has anyone else noticed the strange lack of 9/11 references in the original Pokémon Red? I feel like there's a high chance that Nintendo is trying to cover up something here. I thought I was gonna take damage there. That's why I donated all my life savings to Scientology. Okay, that's a little bit of... a little pile of caca-poo-poo. Leaps of Fate. I feel like that's the basic thing. I feel like a 12-year-old on Mario Maker would know to not make Leaps of Fate anymore. But then again, I am kinda old. And therefore my opinions don't matter anymore. God, it feels so good to actually lose because of lack of skill and not because the game is complete baloney and ass sweat. Okay, you just gotta stop running at that point. Because there is a running button that I'm holding down through most of that. I feel like Spyro Fusion does need to exist though. It needs to serve as a reminder that no matter how bad your game is, it's not Spyro Fusion. I feel like there are quite a few worse games out there than Spyro Fusion. But reason doesn't sell. You need to be dramatic. I'm just waiting for an actual dev of Spyro Fusion reaching out and being like, come on, we took such a long time developing that game. Well, yeah, but did Hitler's mother say, come on, it took 9 months to give birth to that baby. Give some credit, please. Oh, you sneaky little librarian from Idaho. See, I didn't say Wisconsin. This is character development right here. The problem with me recording at very short intervals is the fact that I start recycling jokes. And I don't want to recycle. I buy new TVs just so I can throw my old TV into the regular trash bin. Wanna know what I do with the new TV? I grab that and throw that into the trash bin as well. Sometimes I buy batteries just to toss them out. If I ever catch myself accidentally recycling, I go out and buy gasoline just to pour it into the sea. There we go. See, that was a good minigame, unlike everything you've ever seen in reminder to myself to cut that off before I reach the end of that sentence. Why am I playing this? You don't get anything for it. Didn't I get lost last time? I cut out a huge chunk of content of me just wandering aimlessly in the ice world. And when I say huge chunk, I do mean 20 minutes of footage was cut out of that video. Of me just wandering in the ice world. And I feel like that's gonna be repeated here. The funniest part of the whole Spyro Fusion gag is the fact that my complaining about Spyro Fusion is kind of a representation of everything I hate. And it's self-righteous people treating their hedonistic desires as objective good and evil, where if something is uncomfortable it's automatically evil, which is why you now have the getting offended culture and everything. So basically me calling Spyro Fusion the embodiment of pure evil is basically the same thing. I mean, there's gonna be someone who'll take it seriously, and that's gonna be what solidifies the bit as the funniest thing in the world. God, I hate having to use my head. It's so much easier when everything is spoon-fed to you and you have to do no thinking of your own. That's why I enjoy Netflix shows. Okay. I feel like I didn't save any time from pressing retry there. You, I beat it. This is why I hate moving platforms. They inconvenience me, and therefore they are a representation of pure evil. I hope that music is not copyrighted. I would hate to get claimed because a muffled metal band didn't like their music being decipherable from 10 miles away. Okay, tiny takeover. He looks pissed. I'm glad to be fighting Ernest Kalimov. I pronounced his name like shit the first time around. One frame. I can't believe the second one was in time. Why do I keep going out of frame? Am I that embarrassed of the way I look? I'm not gonna keep playing, it's already been 40 minutes.